Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another open chat. It's been a while since I've done one of these. In fact, the last one I did was over eight months ago with my guest. Hi, Mike.
It
Mike's
was it
back.
was with me. I was the one.
You were the last on my channel. The last open chat I did was when we did the last Transformers from Yellow Park.
Awesome. Just keep it going. Keep that
So
ball
I
rolling.
figure another 6 months from now, we'll
Yeah.
check in, see how the world's doing. It'll all be fine, right? It'll all be good.
Yeah.
Everything's
Maybe
gonna
YOLO
be.
Park will have something new. Who knows?
They seem to have a lot new. In fact, now that you
Yeah.
mention that, I should grab. I should talk about that because uh, they sent a holiday gift over out of the blue.
How do you get holiday? I pay for my stuff from them. Like, how do you get holiday
I
gifts?
don't know. Maybe they're not comfortable with the shots part of bots and shots.
It could be. No, it could be, honestly. And going into it, I knew that was going to be a problem for a lot of people, but I didn't care.
You
I made
guys
my
were you
choices.
guys were young. You felt
Yeah,
invincible.
that's right.
Wasn't going to get harder and harder to do those shots the more bots you
Oh
got.
my god. I never thought there'd be a time where I just can't do shots anymore. Like
I
they're
remember
so easy.
I checked in on whatever your last one was, and
Yeah,
it looked like you two were struggling.
we were. We were. I think I've got one more in us before I move away just to make like a last in-person hurrah kind of thing.
But then you're gonna need it just to keep warm.
Only in the winter.
Look, we got Hey Kenobi Jabroni. Actually, looking forward to this.
Wow.
Pletho. Well, howdy back.
I
Yeah,
only
they do,
talk to
huh?
action figures. All of my action figures actually have Ken's voice in my head when I talk to them.
Listen, I could come in and voice all your action figures.
You
Pick
have
one.
the voice of a Muppet. I want you to know that.
Oh, thank you.
Like I just imagine you're a Muppet when I'm talking to you. And I mean that in the nicest way possible with like the most respect possible because I think Muppets are the best of us.
Well, I'm assuming but you're saying that I have the voice of it's so I have a character-filled voice, is what you're saying.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
That could maybe go a little extreme, wacky, weird, maybe a bit
It
Louis
can't.
Kazager,
It's
Muppet Sports. Yeah, any of those. I have a
yeah.
crisp voice. I have
Yeah,
a
it's very distinct, but it's very pleasant. Um,
it's in that Jerry Nelson sort of
yeah,
range.
yeah,
Jerry Nelson had a very crisp voice. Gobo Fraggle, Robin the Frog.
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, and I tend to go a bit higher pitched in my overall. I don't have a
You
naturally
don't go down
deeply
here.
resonant voice.
You don't. Yeah, you don't go down. Like I know, Jim Henson could have like that
Well, I
gruff,
mean, if I
rough.
wanted to go down
Yeah.
there, I can certainly
Hey.
force
Yeah.
myself.
There you go.
Golden teeth and golden tones. Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah,
you got Doctor Teeth going
yeah.
on.
I could pull in Dr. Teeth.
All right.
Maybe a little Ralph the dog. Any of
Yeah.
those could come in, but it's not the natural timbre. Or a Scooter. My uncle owns this theater. So
Scooter. Scooter's probably the most boring Muppet ever made, and I
Scooter is
include
the most
Walter in that.
relatable Muppet.
That no,
Please
that's
do
actually
not
true.
besmirch
If
the Patrick Kotner of the Muppet
that's true. And you
Theater.
know what? So I grew up on Muppet Babies, so I had no idea Skeeter wasn't a thing.
Yes,
Like growing up.
within the live action Muppet canon.
Right, right. Because I kept always like, there's Scooter, where's Skeeter? Like I just always wondered where Skeeter was.
You didn't imagine what terrible rift had torn them
She
apart.
died. 100% Skeeter died.
No. I think Skeeter had enough. Skeeter is living their
No, no,
best
no, no,
life
no.
out in the
I
world.
because I think Skeeter was all about like gymnastics and stuff. I'm just thinking there was $1 million baby situation.
No.
Tragic.
Oh, you think she's back at Scooter's apartment? Like a misery situation? Just
I don't know if it's that bad, but I think a tragic accident happened to
A
Skeeter.
tragedy. Why can't she be living her best life?
No, because otherwise Scooter would talk about her.
You don't know the trauma of her leaving. What I mean, they were inseparable. They were twins.
And that's what I'm saying. They were
And
inseparable.
then
So
she
she's
left.
dead. No, she's either dead
Well,
or dead
she's
to him.
dead to him.
Yeah, exactly.
There's our middle ground.
What's the difference?
Middle ground is she went off, left him alone to act as a
what
gopher in the theater.
The next Muppets movie is Finding Skeeter, and like she's been there the whole time. Reshoot movie scenes from all the previous Muppet movies where Skeeter's like just off frame. Just recontextualize the movies with Skeeter in there.
Or she would have stepped into frame right before they cut.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, right after they cut. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the Rainbow Connection, if you just pulled out a little bit more at the
she's right there.
Life's Like a Movie with the big scene of all the Muppets. If they had pulled out just a little bit more, she's on the periphery.
During the wedding with Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. So like she would have been
just
she right off
her whole line got cut from somebody getting married.
Exactly. Or somebody's getting married. She was actually in the restaurant with memory loss Kermit. She just, she didn't even know he lost his memory.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilbon.
No, she's the one who owned the ad firm that Kermit worked for in Muppets Take Manhattan.
Right.
Phil, Jill, Gil.
Yeah, that's right.
We got to get to our boss, Skeeter.
It's the girl boss.
Yeah.
That was very, very progressive for them. What was that? Early 80s? 85? Was it
85 with
5? Yeah.
Mid-80s.
Yeah.
Smack dab in the mid-80s.
Right in the middle of the 80s. The peak 80s.
So, you know what? Maybe we'll do the YOLO Park thing first. I'll hide my address.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We'll do the little holiday gift they sent. Because they sent a card and everything, too. Which makes me now feel even worse for you. Well, this came out of the blue. I didn't expect this. Little Merry Christmas card. It
was nice of them.
Dear friends, collaborate. Well, it's lovely. I mean, it was a lovely card and sentiment with heartfelt appreciation. The YOLO Park team.
Everything. Yeah.
Yes, dear friends.
Dear friends. To whom it may concern.
Incredibly personalized. I want to assume that they did not use any AI art. I don't think they did.
How many fingers and toes does Santa have? None?
None.
That works.
He's got lumps.
Yeah.
For all of them.
You know what? As Santa should. Let's be honest.
Yeah. No. I mean, what does he need fine motor control for?
I never want to
articulate.
No. I never want to see Santa's toes. I never want to see Santa's fingers.
Action figure fans would be complaining about his lack of articulation.
He's a little 5 POA, maybe 4 POA.
But I thought they just did the models and such. But they've got like an ephemera empire, it seems. Because I guess they do stickers. Did you know they did stickers?
I had no idea.
So I'm going to let you. This is like a quiz now because I don't want to remember. Although I know most of them.
God.
Name all the characters.
Shockwave, obviously. Bumblebee. I don't know that one. This is the same guy. It's the same guy. It's just Optimus Prime, but different.
Oh, he's transforming though. Look at that.
Oh, I see. And I thought he was just moving real fast. Megatron. Optimus and Megan.
Is that like, is Megatron his Skeeter?
That's his Skeeter, yeah.
Oh, look at that one.
It's
is that like a
Hollow Pride
heat
Optimus
version?
Prime? Yeah, right. What's going on there?
Is it a Radiant Heat Prime?
It's a Bumblebee head.
I mean, I'm kind of liking this sort of 80s aesthetic too. This is the kind of thing you get out of a machine at
machine. I was just going to say, put a quarter in.
This is a skate rink prize.
100%.
Oh,
roll out.
I mean, this is a lot of different options, sticker-wise, to make available.
And that's a Soundwave. That's a cool guy. Another
Traditional.
Bumblebee. Yeah, they didn't go too deep in that roster. They they pretty much skimmed the surface.
Uh, this is a rotate badge,
Interesting.
metal.
What is a what is a rotate? Oh, there's a top rotate or something.
I guess this section of it rotates on the base,
And
so you can, I
but
guess, wear it and spin it.
but why?
I mean, this is not small. This is
Yeah.
like gonna pull down your shirt.
So this is the kind of thing that you would get in like a loot crate.
Oh well, you just made it worse. What?
What I'm saying is, I don't feel so bad I didn't get the gift because I wouldn't know what to do with any of this stuff.
I mean, you'd probably. I mean, if you were Dan Larson, this would be a gift to patrons.
That's exactly what it would be. He puts it in his Patreon box. Look at
This feels like also promotional items.
it's 100% promotional items.
Like this is a
I'm
thing a studio would contract. This would be what I would get on the press list.
yeah. That
For when the
Optimus
home video
he's
release
too
happened.
pretty. That Optimus is too pretty.
Is it the eyes?
It's the eyes. It's the eyes. It's exactly Optimus Prime shouldn't have pupils. He should have solid color, like blue or yellow eyes,
Now, when
depending
he
on.
becomes Optimus at the end, spoilers for Transformers
Yeah.
1 and all of
If you didn't know,
Transformers, it seems.
if you didn't know, there were legit people that I've heard stories about where they like didn't realize that was it D17 or whatever turns into
D16?
D16. I don't know the numbers, but they were like, "Oh, he's Megatron." Like, how do you not know that? How do you go into this movie and not understand that? Like, he never not looks like Megatron.
They just thought he was the guy from the Eternals.
just the guy. Yeah, he shouldn't have pupils. I don't like that. That doesn't look right to me.
But
And
does
I
he
also
have
don't-
them when he's Optimus?
I don't
When he
know.
becomes Optimus at the end?
I'm gonna Transformers. I do like Transformers 1. It was a good movie. I
Hold on,
really
I gotta
enjoyed it.
do this for you.
Optimus Prime.
There you go.
Let's
Look
see.
at that.
Just no. I don't like that.
What about is it that in combination with the lips? Is it
It's
just
the lips. It's the lips. The nose is weirdly thick. So I don't like seeing Optimus Prime's lips and mouth at all. That's a Michael Bay problem as well. Like Optimus Prime should always have that mouth played up. Always. Always, always, always.
look, he's got
I have
mascara? Is there bot mascara? What is
he 100%. He's got a good
eye.
foundation on.
He's got a
Look what-
smoky eye?
He's got smoky eyes. He's got pouty lips. I shouldn't find
I don't know what your
Optimus
problem
Prime
is with this.
attractive. I shouldn't find
Is that what it
Optimus
is?
Prime
Is that why
attractive.
you're finding this uncomfortable? Is this word finally?
So I'm looking right now. Optimus Prime looks like he has pretty solid blue eyes, like
Okay.
as Optimus Prime in the movie.
So they took the pupils away just for you when he
just
becomes
for me,
Optimus Prime.
when he yeah, he loses all pupils, and I'm okay with that.
What about this Matrix of Leadership metal
Oh.
keychain?
I mean, it's cool, but like I just feel like
Also, this has got like a tiny little strap.
a little strap.
I don't know who puts their keychain on a thing that weighs more than any keys, like
I-
unless you were a janitor.
Right. Like I never saw the appeal of keychains that are just so big and bulky. Like you should never be able to use your keychains as like a weapon.
Oh, the Matrix spins though.
Of course.
Yeah, look,
Why
it's got a
not?
little pivot
It's
point.
got- I mean, so it's just a fun little toy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You remember when we were all into those fidget spinners? Remember that was a thing?
I do.
People
in
be
fact, I
chasing
had
them down.
I had Transformers fidget spinners that I got from Loot Crate.
I remember getting dozens of them for like a nickel when
Yep.
Toys R Us closed down.
Oh man, that was
Oh, look at this metal refrigerator magnet.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
That's practical. That's
You know,
fine.
My for the holidays, I spent Christmas with my brother and sister-in-law. They just bought a new house in Illinois. It's a $1.2 million house, like in Illinois. So it's like a big house. It's like a fancy house. and I'm looking at under their fridge, and they have a 2-year-old kid. He's adorable. I'm like, oh, you're gonna fill that fridge with artwork. They're like, no, it's not magnetic. Like you can't put
What?
artwork on it.
It's what's it made out of? Is it like
Don't
just
like.
plastic? Is it plastic?
I think it's made of aluminum or something. Where
What's
it's
the
like
point?
it's.
What is it? A
That's what
Cybertruck?
that's what I said. Like,
No,
why
no.
why
Does it
would you
also have AI
spend all this
controls in it?
money? You spent all this money on a house, and you
Ridiculous.
can't even put your kids' artwork up on the fridge.
Now, I was a bit confused by this because it was like Shrinky Dinks.
No, it just clips right on. Yeah, I got one of those with Starscream.
Oh, so that's what came. That was the little stand that they did with
Yeah,
Starscream.
yeah,
Okay, the
yeah.
thing that everyone was confused about.
Yep. In fact, I've just got it sitting here. Hold on.
So, is this a spare then? Is this like a not for retail sale? This is what.
Everything's falling. Everything's falling. I just cleaned this.
Listen, you decided to do this.
I know I did. This is Starscream. I don't know which way is
So it's
the
not
front
the same
and
scale.
what is the front. No, it's smaller.
But it does have the same little plate.
Yeah.
And did yours when you opened also have all of the shavings?
Yes, it was weird.
That seems like a potential health issue. I want to make it clear. I do appreciate and was very surprised that they sent this little care package over.
I was jealous until you opened it. Now I'm okay that I didn't get one.
Not even the magnet. What's one thing you'd want out of it? The magnet?
The magnet. The magnet for sure.
Well, you're getting this.
No! Why would you do that?
Say hello to your housewarming gift.
No!
Oh, you know what's
Ken!
gonna warm you up on those cold nights?
The sultry eyes.
Oh, look at that. That is stuck in your head.
No.
Was it Orion Pax?
That's definitely Orion Pax, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna make a Pax with you.
No. My wife is gonna be like, Mike, stop staring. Stop staring at Optimus Prime.
You better make peace with this right now because Orion Pax.
My eyes are locked in on his luscious lips. I just want to kiss him.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
No.
I
can't. It's disturbing. It's so it's like when they originally did Sonic the Hedgehog for the movie. Stop that. No, stop that. Listen, you're sending me weird videos. You're teasing me with this creepy Optimus Prime.
What?
That's
Now,
high land speeder, Luke.
listen, we're gonna need feedback from the people watching if they think it's as creepy as you do.
It's uncanny, is what it is. It's uncanny.
Maybe it's too canny.
It's the most canny. It's extremely canny.
Again, what if it was one eye? Is one eye better?
Oh, no, it's still bad. I don't like it. Why does he look like that? Why is he looking like that?
And it's 3-dimensional too?
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need your new mailing address.
No.
Ooh, the eyes are oh, the whole thing is raised and it is
so it's like a 3-dimensional quality.
Yeah. Well,
thank you,
know
Pletho. Pletho says too spoopy, put it away. And I'm okay. I agree.
Okay. I'm gonna close the box.
It can't hurt me anymore.
Not showing Yolo Park's address so no one can harass them.
Oh no. Show it. I'm gonna show up in China.
Got Yolo Park tape.
Yeah.
But that was very kind of them to send
that. Was very kind of them.
But what we're gonna do is they sent over the two cogged.
Again, how do they send you stuff? I bought things. Why don't you
just ask?
What?
You cover these things. It's up to you. It's however you want to do it.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm also very particular. It's not like I'm asking for the world. There are a lot of characters I simply do not care about.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I'm pretty like I know Dan Larson got the cogged versions. I'm pretty sure he bought them too. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, but Dan's got so much coming in.
It's true.
What's another bot or whatever coming in.
It's true.
So yeah, they sent over the cogged, which is what the middle version of what they've got available.
Correct. Yeah, it's still Optimus, or it's still what's his face?
He's
Orion Pax.
still Orion. Well, they listed as Optimus Prime Orion Pax, whereas
It shouldn't
in
be
the
Optimus Prime.
uncogged, he's
Yeah.
just Orion Pax. Yeah. So these are the ones that you got. All of them, right? Didn't you get
I didn't get any of these.
You didn't get any of the
I didn't get any
Transformers
of
One
those.
stuff.
No, I actually don't own any Transformers One merch at all whatsoever.
Just
Not
didn't
even one.
appeal.
Yeah, I gotta
Are you
pick and
falling
choose.
off
Like
Transformers now? Like
no,
G.I. Joe?
no. Transformers will always have a place on my shelf.
You know, a lot of
I
people
think the
collect things
difference.
have said that about various things in
Well,
their
you know, I
collecting
think
life.
it's a good observation, and I think the difference is there's never been a time in my life where I haven't collected Transformers. If I was collecting toys anyway. Whereas there was a long big gap where I didn't collect any GI Joes, basically in between the original, early 90s run whenever it switched over to GI no, Street Fighter Mortal Kombat, I was like, okay, I'm done with GI Joe. Like I don't
No Tiger Force for you?
actually I didn't mind Tiger Force. In fact, I've been watching the Toy Geeks podcast with Jay and Dan because they've been putting it on YouTube, and they're going through the years, and they just got to the Tiger Force year, and I realized that like I love Tiger Force because that is how I got a lot of those main characters. Because when Duke and those like early run characters were coming out, I was too young. That was like 83. I would have been like 1. Like I wasn't playing with GI Joe when I was 1. By the time 85, 86, 87 rolls around, I'm like 5 years old. I remember that. Like I have memories of being that age, but I was also like I had just gotten into the line basically then. So I didn't have a chance to collect those early
Right.
figures.
You were
So
already prepared for Ninja Turtles.
I didn't know that, but yes. So when they're doing these crazy repaints and everyone's like, oh, I don't like this. I'm just gonna stick with my original. Me, I'm like, finally, I can get a Duke. I can get like all these other characters and stuff that I just never had a chance
Like
to get.
Destro and his golden grenadines. What?
Iron Grenadier. I got that set for Christmas whenever that was 88 or whatever when it came out. I was all about the Iron Grenadier Destro. The Despoiler, loved it. It was one of my favorite vehicles.
But they don't have it. Did you get it in classified? Didn't they do it one?
Yeah, no, they haven't. They haven't done him in classified yet.
We should start assembling this.
You should.
After the near disastrous first time we did this.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the best way? Slide that out.
Was it last time? It was the Optimus Prime you did? Was that what
we did? Optimus and Megatron.
That's right. So you never got the Starscream then?
Well, see, that was the one I really wanted for them. And they're like, well, we're all out of them for now, but we can send these to you. I'm like, so I have to reach back out because that's the one that I care about.
Yeah,
is Starscream.
Yeah,
and I liked Transformers 1. I didn't think I would. You know what? I didn't think I'd hate it. I just thought it'd be like, not for me.
I thought it'd be a movie. Exactly. It's not that it's bad.
That first trailer was not in any way.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a good trailer.
None of the promotion for it was good.
No. It was one of those things I didn't expect to even want to go see it in theaters. I was just gonna wait for it to come out and I'll just watch it on streaming or whatever. But when like Thu and some other online Transformers people got to see it early and they're talking about how great it was, I was like, oh.
Why weren't you on that list?
I don't know. Because I drink and play with Transformers, and that's the difference. But
again, the only through line in all this is the shots part.
Jobby the Hong was on that list, although he's got way more subscribers than I do. But like that guy's videos are not family friendly, even a little bit.
You know what? I think this is on you. You need to start reaching out, putting yourself out there.
But then I have to put myself out there.
Hold on, we got to do one check.
Yeah.
the only thing we need to check right now.
Pupils.
There they are.
He's got him. He's got him.
But it's not as bad as that.
It's not. You know what? I think it's because it's not flat. I think it was the
It's
flatness.
the illustrative nature of it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But he does. He still has that smoky eye, though.
He does. He's sultry.
I know. So I think the best thing to do is just dump all the parts out, right?
That's what I would do.
We have limited space here. So, how are you liking your recent Black Series acquisitions?
I mean, I haven't got any Black Series acquisitions.
Well, you got it before everyone else did.
Hey, it's Trevor. How's it going? Oh yeah, like with the Luke. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I just got a second Luke because I wanted one for the shelf. I wanted one for my little. I've got that early bird special set on the back that
One
came
for
with
your
the
land
Darth
speeder.
Vader. And then I got one for the land speeder.
Of course you did.
So I've got.
So here's my question, and this is
Yeah.
probably a land speeder Luke question. Is it possible to pop the hair off the original Black Series Luke and pop the hair off of this and
No.
put that better hairstyle on?
No,
Or
the
is that
original
molded?
the original hair is sculpted onto the head, but also it's too small. The head's way too small. Like if you put them side by side, the head on the new figure is a lot bigger because it's actually in proportion to the figure.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate that it's in proportion.
Well, it's unfortunate that you can't just do a swap like that just to see how it would look.
You can do a whole swap. Like if you want to track down like the Skywalker Strikes pack with that Yavin Luke in there, I'm sure you could just swap the whole head.
I just want you to say Yavin again.
Yavin? How do you say it?
Yavin.
Yavin?
Isn't like Yavin 5. I've never heard Yavin 5.
I don't know. You know what? Here, George Lucas himself said he doesn't care how people pronounce. He doesn't care how people pronounce.
Give me that Han crap.
It's even more than that. It's Leia. Like it's the same movie. They pronounce it both ways. Okay.
But not
if
Yavin.
George didn't care, I don't care.
You don't know. Maybe the one thing he did care about was how Yavin was pronounced.
He's like, no, it's Yavin. What if I want to feel fancy?
You're more about places than people.
I want to feel fancy and say Yavin, okay?
This is my vision.
Chewbacca.
Chewie?
Air to Detu.
Yeah, no one says Chowie.
Chow.
A Chewie. Okay. You think we can do this without instructions?
I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. Can't be too hard.
Now, if I break it, you bought it.
You didn't pay for it.
Well, then that doesn't matter. It would need to be replaced at that point.
It's true.
So, what was your least favorite figure of 2024 that you purchased that you did not avoid getting?
I purchased. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Or most disappointing, I should say, because you did get it.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Thank you. Thought so. Chewbacca.
I'm looking through all my toys and stuff. I don't think it would be in the Black Series.
I can't believe that some of the things that didn't make your list.
Like what?
You know what?
Like what?
You know what?
More stuff would have made my list if I hadn't have gotten Luke and Leia.
It's because you cheated with your
didn't cheat. I got them back
your
in
Northern
November.
Connection.
I got them back
for
in
everybody
November.
else.
It wasn't
right.
even like I just got them like the week before. It was like I had it for like a month and a half.
You know, I don't know if this is seated properly, but it's so fragile that I don't know if I think I put it looks like it's seated right. That
It looks right to me. I mean, from here it looks okay.
It's just such. I mean, I guess it's good that it's tight on the joint, but I don't want to break the dang thing. Let's see. Then they want his wait. His chest plate's already on. Oh, there's a matrix in there, but
What?
he doesn't have the matrix in this version.
He's got. He should have a cog. Because that's where the cog goes.
Are they showing this? You're seeing that, right? Should pop
I
off.
am seeing it. Uh, Pletha wants to know why Canada gets Black Series earlier. I don't know officially, and they don't always, but sometimes they do, and when they do, it's like super early. And I think it has to do with just distribution. Like they get stuff super early.
Well, I mean, who knows how their ports work
Right.
compared to our ports,
Compared to ours, exactly.
and also their uh, population is not nearly as large as ours as far as
Correct.
distribution, where things
Yeah.
have to be shipped to once they're offloaded.
Yep.
I mean that doesn't look like a cog. That looks like the
That looks
Matrix
like
in
a
there, right?
matrix. Yeah, that looks like a matrix for sure.
So I guess you can recreate the scene where he puts it in and gets turned into Optimus. Spoilers.
The very end of the movie.
Might as well just spoil Wicked for good for people too, huh? You'll never guess what happens to her suitors.
I feel like you actually could spoil Wicked for good a little bit for the people that haven't watched the musical,
Yeah, people who've just seen the movie.
right, or read the original book.
Uh, are these a direct mirror? Are they?
Oh, do they send you two of the same?
No, they're okay. So that's so flatty to the front. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Pletho, he's a guy named Orion Pax. That's it. He's just
how much of this lore existed prior to Transformers One?
a lot of it. I mean, Optimus Prime has always been Orion Pax first.
Right.
In the
I
original
remember that because we saw Weasley little Ryan Pax briefly in the original series, right?
Yeah, in the original cartoon, there was an episode where the aerial bots, Superion, they go back in time for some reason, and they witness basically what happened
Because Back to the Future just came out and time travel.
That's probably what happened. No, you're probably right. That is what happened. Uh, and then Silverbolt kisses his mom. It's a whole thing. Fell out of a tree.
That's where they got roll out from.
Right. Yeah, like in some continuities, like the comics or like Transformers Prime, he's just like a clerk. I think in the original cartoon, he was just like a dock worker guy, like a loader.
So kind of like the miner they made him into.
Yes, exactly.
Transformers
But
1.
the idea is he always had humble origins and usually some interaction
Sounds
with
like propaganda to me.
it's all propaganda. Usually he has some kind of interaction with Alpha Trion, and then he gets turned into Optimus Prime. In the original cartoon, he was basically destroyed, and Alpha Trion rebuilt him from scratch. Like
Alpha
he died.
Try Harder.
Yeah, Alpha Try Off. There is no Trion. There's just Duon.
So this is all plastic. There's no metal to any.
There's no die cast in that.
No.
Yeah.
So it all feels much more fragile in putting it together.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about the panels and fiddly bits when you have to apply pressure to get it.
Yeah, you don't want to snap anything. But I got these big gorilla hands, and I'm always worried about that.
This is going to be. Why do they make me put the head on first? So I get these pointy bits when it would have had a nice flat surface.
That's what you get for following the instructions. Take the head off.
Okay, there we go.
All right. You know what's interesting?
Look, he's got expando hips.
Oh, he can open those hips up.
Where the other Matrix is.
Yeah. when I first got my first YOLO Park, they're like, "Oh, it's a model kit." but like it's not like
Or wax.
you're just putting body parts on. Like you're not building anything really. It's not like Lego.
Well,
Like
welcome to the wonderful world of IP and contract law and licensing and
right
how you
because they
get
can't make
around.
figures or whatever. They can't license figures. Yeah,
And they can't transform, and they can't do
but
this, and they can't do
I
that.
I did get this. This is the blockies.
Action edition.
Yeah. And I assumed it would be something similar to that, but no, it's an actual model kit. Like you actually have to like cut stuff out and put it on. I haven't yet.
Oh, so it's like all on spruces?
Yeah, it's on sprues.
Oh, that's bull crap. What?
So there's actual work involved.
So you were spoiled by Yolo Park, and there it's a model
Yeah.
kit.
No, I got the yellow part. I got the blockies thing as like yellow park. I'm like, oh, just put it together real quick, real fast. Like, nope.
Is it at least paint?
This is involved.
Are they? Is the blockies at least painted?
Well, I don't. They're not painted, but they're, you know, this the
They're
sprues. So
cast
they're
in
on
the
the.
color.
They're on the. They're cast in the proper color.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not having to. That was the thing that always got me with models. You know,
Yeah.
I'm fine with the snap together and having to do that as long as I don't have to paint.
Yeah.
Uh, is this right? These look like they're the same, right?
I don't. Yeah.
None of this looks keyed in any
There's no
particular
L
way.
or R in there or anything.
Taking a massive L with this right now.
Just don't take it.
Zing. The best part is when you have less parts.
Yeah.
So was there? What was the last Yellow Park thing you got then? Was the Starscream?
Starscream.
Now
I
they
think
haven't
I'm
released
just
Bumblebee
in-
yet, right?
No, I'm just in on their AMK Pro series. Like that's
The
all I
diecast
care about.
ones.
The diecast
nice.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel that they're a replacement for some of your masterpieces? Like if space were an issue,
Yeah.
and you had to choose,
Yeah.
which would be like your definitive Optimus, your definitive
Sure.
Megatron?
Sure. If I had to choose, that's tough. AMK the Yellow Park would be up there, but if I only have one Optimus, if it doesn't transform, even if I never transform it, knowing that it doesn't transform, I think would bug me. Like I don't mind having one that doesn't transform. That's just a cool toy as like
Really?
yeah.
So even though you would never transform it,
Yeah,
and it's just and you would want the best representation,
yeah.
an appearance sitting on your shelf.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be the masterpiece.
And well, it wouldn't be the Hasbro masterpiece or the Takara masterpiece. It would be one of the third-party ones.
Because of the stacks.
No, just because well, first of all, the Hasbro masterpiece was like $500. So I didn't buy it. I bought a KO of it. But even then,
what? It wasn't?
Yeah.
Which now we're talking about which one are we talking about?
Well, the MP44.
Okay. I have the whatever the first.
Oh, the MP01. Yeah, or
yeah.
MO1 or whatever. Okay.
And then
so
I also have
that. Yeah.
What was the one they did through Walmart, the Transformers the movie one?
MP10.
Okay. I have those two.
Yeah.
And then I have the Megatron.
Yeah.
And then I had the crappier original Starscream and the bad color scheme.
Right.
And I eventually decided to get rid of that. And I had the next version they did, which is not, I understand, the best version that they wound up doing.
No, the new one they
but
did
at least has the correct
version.
color scheme.
Correct. Yeah.
He just needs a smirk. As long as I have a smirk face on it, then that's all I need for Starscream.
I agree. That's a defining feature. But yeah, I don't like. I like having non-transforming Transformers, but
Doesn't
I don't know
like
if it was. I don't know if I'd be okay with it if it was just my only Transformer. But
when was the last time you transformed your Optimus?
Which one?
Any of them.
I have a whole shelf of them.
Yeah, but when was the last time you took one down that after you got
yesterday?
When you redid your shelves?
Yeah, I played around with the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime.
Okay, come on. Oh, This feels like it's so wants to snap.
Don't snap it.
It's got a ball. It's got a peg. The peg is not going into the hole.
That is such a good question, Slipshod Average. Grimlock, bot or dino? I
Uh-oh.
that it's tough. It's really, really tough
Is
because
it?
it is. YOLO Park did those little figures, and their Grimlock is Dino mode, and that's it. Blockies does the Dinobots, but they release them Dino mode and robot mode. Like you can get both. They don't transform, but you can get both. I think I care more about his robot mode than his Dino mode. I really do.
So robot superior, dino inferior?
I guess, yeah. If you want to put it in sound
Yeah.
wave terms, yeah. I know there are a lot of people that would disagree. I think the big thing that for me, any kind of alt mode is going to take up more space than a robot mode. But I think Grimlock's robot mode is like it's got that iconic silhouette with the wings, and like I don't know, I've always liked that.
Oh, okay. Back of the leg. I should put these on after I attach the legs, right?
That's what I would do.
These do not have a marked left or right. Oh, okay. Well, I should have read. Same on the other side.
It just literally says
Okay.
same on the other side.
Should have listed. Okay. Wait, once arms on first.
Yeah.
I feel I'm going to be burned like I got burned with putting the head on first. Because it feels like there's an easier grip to get the legs on that way, right? Not having the arms be attached.
Well, you can always turn the arms up, but yeah, I think doing the legs first is better.
I will say that I don't know if it's just because of the nature of the plastic and possible expansion. It is a lot tighter to get things in. Like I'm much more worried about this than I was with the die cast assembly.
It looks good.
Is it sold
The
you on
wing
it yet?
leg. No. I mean, it was never a question of whether it looked good or bad. I got to pick and choose what I buy on my shelves now. In fact, I've got these
So what led to the
Dinobots right
GI
here.
Joe purge?
Space.
You
I
don't,
don't
you're
know
gonna
if
have like
Trevor's.
infinite space when you move, though, right?
We'll see. That's why I didn't get rid of them. I just put them in a bin. But um, right now, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, those are
Where you're hurt.
lines. Those are lines I care about more. And I've actively got a bunch coming in this year. Ones I've already ordered. Necronominus is coming. There's the next Ox Crew for Cosmic Legions is coming. Like
And
that
whose fault
dragon's
is
not going to
that?
be here for another year and a half, 2 years. Like I'm
Who
not
got
worried
you
about the
addicted to
dragon.
those?
Yeah. Who didn't get me addicted? Like everyone, they're just good. I got myself addicted to them back in like 2019. But it just what happened was Christmas was the impetus because for Christmas I that's all I got was more Mythic and Cosmic Legions. And when I came home, they were sitting on my desk, kind of strewn about. I didn't know what to do with them. It was bugging me, and something had to go. And I looked at my shelves. I've got one shelf.
And you looked into your heart.
I did. I looked into my heart. I looked at my shelves. I've got one shelf of X-Men Marvel Legends, and I don't think that's going anywhere because it's like one tight, complete shelf that I'm happy with. I had 3 shelves of GI Joe, and everything else is either Transformers, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, or Star Wars. Star Wars is never going anywhere. That's too ingrained. I love Star Wars too much. It's never going to go anywhere. With Transformers. Like I said, there's never been a part where I didn't collect Transformers. Like when I got back into toys, Transformers was the first thing that I got into. collecting again before even getting back into Star Wars because I was intimidated by Star Wars because I started collecting back in like 2011, 2012 after taking my I'm too old for toys hiatus. And I was too intimidated to jump back into Star Wars because there had been at that point like 10, 15 years of 3.75-inch figures, and I had no idea what to buy, didn't know where to start. And it wasn't until the Black Series rolled around where I'm like, oh, this is like a brand new line, brand new scale. I can do this. But before that happened, it was Transformers. Like I was collecting Transformers. I was buying whatever was on the shelves at the point because I just loved Transformers.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, getting that hand in there, you might have to heat it up.
No, I shouldn't have to. I refuse to. I mean, after the problem with the Optimus articulated fingers on their original YOLO Park one, I can see
Yep.
why. I mean, that thumb on that thing,
Yeah.
you look at it wrong and it pops off. I mean, I see a path to get this on here. It's just I think that path also could bring heartache. Like if I can get that over the hump, because the thumb's got to be up there too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna do this. So you slapped your hands together. You're like, I'm gonna condo this situation on these shelves.
Yeah. Yeah. So well, I also started what I'd been doing. It's kind of a perfect storm of everything where I had a tote under my desk over here, full of Black Series boxes that I've just been putting stuff in. But like 2 months ago, I decided I wasn't saving Black Series boxes anymore. I'm throwing them out, or I'm recycling them. So I had an empty tote that was just sitting there, and I was like, I've got this tote. I can put I can put the GI Joe in the tote, and like that's fine. So that's what I did. I am
And
probably
you
gonna sell.
nothing left out. Nothing like not even like a Cobra Commander or.
Well, so I've got the hiss right here, but truth be told,
I mean, that's where your ghost could have gone.
I'm not buying a ghost. I don't collect 3.75-inch figures. But with that Mythic Legion's dragon coming out, like this is gone. I'm selling that. I'm selling that to go towards the dragon for sure.
But you got the Sky Striker too, right?
Oh, I sold that a long time ago.
Okay, but that was 375. You got that.
Yeah, I got the Sky Striker.
Was that just Dan Larson?
No, that was I was really sad that that the Rancor didn't fund, and I had this money I'd saved up for it.
Oh
So I
wow!
wanted to spend some. That's why I got it.
So it was a trauma buy.
It was a trauma buy. It 100% was a trauma buy.
Okay, this hand is just not gonna. I don't.
You got to heat it up.
It's it's not malleable. It's not like the rubbery plastic. It's
Yeah.
that harder plastic, which I'm more concerned about heating up. But I also don't know where the pop would be on it. Like it needs to go
Yeah.
around the bottom. Okay, well, you know what? We're not doing that one. We're gonna do pointy fingers
Pointy fingers it is. Pointy fingers it is.
on that side. Oh, this is. Oh, I don't like that. Speaking of having to heat it up, that is super tight.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, you know what? It's the only hands that he's ever going to have on there now because that is never coming off. Finger gunna Orion Pax.
Right packs.
I mean, that's why he has pupils.
Oh, no. I don't like it.
Mike. Mike.
Yes, Chris Hemsworth.
I'm also Thor. Mike.
Crimsworth.
I mean, it's just, I mean, open hand, splayed hand for now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is. I mean, I get it. I mean, they obviously learned their lesson with the thumbs of like, you're never gonna worry about these things falling off, but you're also never gonna get them on.
I generally prefer swappable hands to articulated ones.
The problem is this is like the douchiest Orion Pax. I'm like, what?
What? It's just that's that classic Optimus pose.
Kapow! I mean, this looks like a senior class photo.
There you go. Where he's like a major domo.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, for sure. My liege.
yeah. Okay, that's how he's staying from now on. Will he stay that? Yep. There we go.
There you go. Sometimes figures just pose themselves, and you find it. Sometimes it's on purpose. Sometimes it's on accident. You find it though; it's a perfect pose, and you just leave it there.
Yeah, that's why I have Love Casual Kiadi Mundi is still
That's right.
just hanging out back there. I mean, the gun's nice.
I've never. I didn't like the gun design from the movie.
It reminds me, what is it? It looks like another franchise's gun that has that sort of opens up to blast.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Men in Black? The Men in Black have one that's sort of split apart and expanded into. What? It's not Star Wars. It doesn't look like a Star Wars blaster. And it's not a Star Trek blaster.
Maybe like Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
Yeah, and Marvel. It seems like a Marvel or a DC thing where it splits apart like that.
Pletho says it looks like Mass Effect. That could also work.
Okay, you're gonna. Basil's gonna be underneath. Okay. Well, we got one.
There you go.
So success. I gotta put that Christmas card back in the box. And
Yeah,
I also gotta box up that Orion Pax to send to you.
You don't want to lose out on that personalized Christmas card.
Here's the thing, maybe I'll 3D print you something, but I'll hide it within it, so I'll know it's in there. And you'll just be happily displaying that thing that you got.
You're cruel.
I think it's a kindness.
How? How?
I mean, that thing needs a home, and it needs to be yours.
Does it? Does it?
It honestly needs to be yours.
Does it?
It absolutely does. So, which Optimus is that?
I think that's the dead version.
Nemesis Prime?
Or Nemesis Prime.
So, what is Nemesis Prime? Is that like
just Optimus Prime, but a bad guy?
Oh, here's their complete Yellow Park Club. So there's all the stuff we were looking at, the ephemera. So they did do an Optimus of the little placard thing. See, those are more manageable keychains.
Sure.
Get this out.
Those are little tchotchke keychains.
Look like they're probably stamped out of sharp flat metal. What is that? Look at these. Again, that sort of 80s. I really wish they were mouse pads. It would be absolutely wonderful if it was a mouse pad.
I feel like more places should make mouse pads now.
Why don't you offer that to your channel subscribers?
Mike Kaess the mouse pad.
No, shot glasses?
Well, you can't see it at all because it's perfectly. There you go.
What?
I wish I knew Mandarin.
Well, imagine if we had the technology in our pockets to. They look like little shot glasses.
They do look like tiny shot.
But then at the bottom, it's like, or is it a flashlight? What? Or is it one of those like little gag moo cans that you turn over and it moves?
But it's Megatron, Movietron. Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he just has Starscream for a minute and a half, depending on how slowly you turn it. Starscream.
Starscream.
You know what? Insta buy. I'd take it. Yeah. Okay. Well, so we got a collection of stuff from the Yellow Park Club. What else comes in the? It always. Oh, I guess that's a club exclusive. Then would be the Nemesis Prime.
To get Nemesis Prime, yeah.
Also, that looks like it should be on one of those Coca-Cola mix machines.
It does.
I
It's
just
like
wish I had a Mellow Yellow Zero, a peach. Have you had a peach Mellow Yellow Zero?
no. That sounds
Oh, those
delicious.
flavors go well. Highly recommended to everyone.
That's one of my New Year's resolution is I don't buy non-sugar free or zero sugar soda anymore.
Why?
Just to try to cut down on my on my calories and soda consumption.
Oh, you're not okay. Oh, so it has to be zero.
It
Okay.
had yes, that's
I
what
thought you were
meant.
saying I don't buy
No.
zero.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
oh.
I only buy
Okay.
zero sugar soda.
Well, you know what? Do you like orange soda?
Sure, I like pretty much all soda.
As someone who has
It's
been
my
in
Achilles
that
heel.
world for over a decade of just the zero and diet, the best tasting, like most accurate,
Yeah.
is Diet Sunkissed.
Okay.
The any of the Diet Dr. Pepper stuff for some reason, and I wonder because it's just such a strong taste.
I love zero sugar Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I mean it's basically just
any of them. Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. Oh, and the Diet Root Beer.
Was it A&W or
the A&W?
Yeah.
And again, those. Okay, so the other one's like, oh, that opened easy, and here I am pulling this apart. It's got a clip through it. It's got one of those little plastic tabs, like you'd have on a price
Oh
card.
no! Yeah.
Why?
Why do they do this to you?
Why on one and not the other? So, what were your thoughts on Steve Buscemi as Starscream?
Great. Like, obviously, the great Chris Latta doesn't like. Everyone tries to mimic him in some way, whereas, like even Steve Bloom when he does Starscream, like it's a little bit Chris Latta, not much, but it's a little bit there. Whereas I feel like Steve Buscemi's just using his voice, and I just feel like it works well for Starscream. More so than the random trash Transformer he played in Transformers 5.
Now, the ultimate would have been if what are the names of the other Seekers or whatever?
Skywarp, Thundercracker.
Yeah. One of them should have been Jeff Bridges. One of them should have been John Goodman.
Get the whole crew there.
Yeah. Lebowski it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like your Transformers, man.
Shockwave is John Turturro.
She's just turning it into a different movie at that point. Also, John Turturro, like, he's already a Transformers guy.
Yeah, but you know what? We're not going to hold that against him.
That's true.
Considering
That's true. No, that's a good point.
That's like saying that we'd hold it against Tom Kenny.
That's a good point.
I don't blame Tom Kenny for that.
He needs a job. Guy needs a job. I don't blame him for being one of the worst parts. But you know what? I will watch Age of Extinction. No. I will watch what movie was that? Revenge of the Fallen. I'll watch that movie 20 times before I watch Age of Extinction or Last Night. I hate both those movies.
The only one that I find watchable of that entire Bayverse, and it's only loosely that, is I'm sure you already know. as Bumblebee.
That's not even Bayverse. That's like its own thing.
I mean, but it's technically
I don't even know if it's technically like the
in the way
designs are
to get away with it.
different.
I thought that they very clearly said,
Yeah.
yes, it's. And for some reason, at some point, Optimus goes through a midlife crisis and gets flames in a different cab.
Well, so it doesn't make sense if because like they didn't come to Earth until like 2007, but then they're on Earth before that. You know, in the 80s.
I mean, you're asking the Bayverse to make sense. You saw
Well,
First Night
yeah,
or whatever the heck
and
that
so
was.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
hope the basic timeline would make sense.
But we already know it doesn't.
That's good. That's a good point. So to me, the Travis Knight Bumblebee movie is its own continuity. It's its own thing. It's not connected.
That was such a peek at a better film
It was a great film. I
and
love it.
franchise, and then to go nowhere.
They didn't do anything with it.
That's the crime we should be talking about.
I think I don't want to say Michael Bay did a lot of harm to the Transformers because without him, there's a lot of kids and teenagers in the mid 2000s, 2010s that wouldn't be Transformers fans without it. They just wouldn't be.
Yeah,
So it's a
but
net positive.
I don't know if I go so far as your assessment of
I'm gonna say anything that brings more fans, anything that brings more fans and
any
keeps.
person doing that franchise would have kept it in the minds.
I don't agree with
He
that.
was
I
a
don't know
poor
if it's
choice.
true. No, I think for the first movie at least, he was the perfect choice.
But that design
They
aesthetic right off the bat was atrocious.
listen. I actually agree with you. I agree with you. I remember being very disappointed seeing those designs. But also, I knew it couldn't just be straight G1 designs because there are people that were trying to do like CGI Optimus transforming like on YouTube, and they looked awful as well, but they looked more like the toys transforming to where like Optimus had like a big cab chest tummy thing, and that didn't look good either. So it couldn't be like a one for one. They had to be redesigned somehow.
I just want you to say cab chest tummy again.
Cab chest tummy.
Yeah, that cab chest tummy.
I don't know how else to describe it because it's the same thing as the original toy, where it's just like just this. It's just this.
A kabummy.
Kabummy. There you go.
Optimus and his big old kabummy. Okay, so I'm this time I'm not putting the head on first.
Good.
I'm doing the thing.
Yeah. Follow your heart, not the instructions. Immediately breaks it. Somehow the head was a stabilizer.
That's where the
it was a load bearing head.
That's a keeper of a phrase. Okay. Yeah, it just feels that the joints are so tight and the plastic feels so fragile that it does feel if you just at any point you could snap something. I love the sculpting. I think their sculpting is great. Everything is sharp. It looks like the models from the film.
Sure.
And obviously for the price point that they're selling these things at, it's ridiculous what they're doing.
Did you think that D16 turned real evil too fast?
The extent to which he did.
Yeah.
I think the motivations were set up there.
Sure, I agree.
So I think it's better than the last season of Game of Thrones.
Sure. But, agreed.
Yeah. But then I wonder how much of that was the more all ages, hey, this isn't about nuance. This is ultimately a kid's film, and this is we have to make it super fast, super clear. Hey, here's the Great Divide.
This is what by Lincoln Park.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it played in that scene.
What I've done.
Well, now you're gonna flag my account. That sounded pitch perfect.
Yeah, that's me. Pitch perfect Lincoln Park. Just call me Chester Mike.
Okay, so this is oh well, oh, so that's the side. No, wait, no, what? No. Yes. What? What is even
Figure out basic robot anatomy.
I don't know nothing about no ribbits. What is that? What's that? Is oh, that's this thing, right? No? Yes. Huh? How, what is that?
Shoulder?
Is that a shoulder? But I don't see that pin anywhere. That's like that's stuck in the side of a thing. We're not on
That's
feet.
that's the bicep that plugs into the shoulder.
Okay, so that's this. Yeah, there's the ball joint, right?
Right. And then the other part plugs into the bottom of that.
And then it's got armor. Okay.
Yeah.
They need to label these parts. Also, don't put arrows and graphics over parts that would have you identify the terrain of what you're trying to look at on the piece.
You chose hard mode.
But I brought you in. You're supposed to intuit this.
I'm helping in
You're
my
the Transformer
own way.
Whisperer. This is your thing. This is your
my
calling.
Thing. Here's the problem. I'm not drunk enough for this. I need at least 2 shots in me.
I mean, you could. Oh, that now this is labeled. There's an R. Finally. But this is left though, right? Okay, so we got a peg and a slot and a slot and a slot. So the two slots. So this must be now we know this is the left arm. Okay.
There you go. Or the left side of the right arm.
Shut up. You just shut up. Oh, I will go full Muppet on you. Okay. This is there we go.
There you go.
I mean, these are never getting taken apart again. If I ever sell this, it's being sold assembled, and here's the box.
I don't like Megatron's gun in this. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, that? Because it's too slight?
It's too little.
But I guess is that the compromise when you start going fully leaning into that modern tank approach to them? Do you not like the tank aspect of them?
No, I actually don't mind the tank aspect at all. In fact, I think a tank makes more sense than him turning into a handgun.
You trying to figure out the physics of that? What pocket dimension his mass is getting shunted off to?
Yeah.
Oh, does she have opinions on this?
Yeah, she does.
Can we bring her into the conversation? Okay. So that's okay. That's that, right? Yes. And then that's the army bit. That should go. No, wait, that hole's not right. But that wants to be inside. That bends that way. Do they bend in different ways?
I mean, they bend like this, right?
Okay, they are mirrors. Okay, so I can. Because you look at this and you would think this part would be towards the outside of the arm, the curvature, but it's not. It's toward the inside because this is the left-hand side. This is showing. So when you assemble yours, which we'll be getting shortly, because I know I've sold you on it now.
Not if I'm paying for it.
Well, hey, YOLO Park, hook him up. Just don't watch your show first.
If they send me one, I will build it, but I am not going to buy one.
Oh, not with
I've
that
got
attitude.
too many other things I need to buy first.
Bad attitudes. You identify that movie? In delivery?
Movie?
Yeah. I'll say it's delivered by a nun.
The only nun I can think of in any movie right now is uh, Blues Brothers.
There you go. Mother
Boom.
Superior. And bad
The
attitudes.
the Penguin. What a great movie.
That would be my demonstration movie for a new sound system and TV. Would put the Blu-ray, well, the DVD when it originally came out. It is that whole chase sequence at the end
Yeah.
as well. And we got
I,
the
I
Toys R Us
will
in it.
I will randomly yes, they does this come into Miss Piggy? Um I will randomly look at someone and be like, I've always loved you just because of that movie. And I don't think anyone ever gets it. I think they just think I'm confessing my love to them, which I'm
And then
not.
you
I'm just
hear the
quoting a
Superman
movie.
theme.
Yeah.
I mean, you are quoting the worst kind of Nazi, an Illinois Nazi.
The Illinois Nazi.
I don't know if that's who you want to be homaging in that moment. And we got Star Wars connection. We got Princess Leia in it.
It's true.
And we got an SCTV connection with John Candy.
Yep.
Well, it really holds up. It's a shame that John Landis is a monster.
It does suck. It ruins so many older great movies. I try to ignore it. I try to just enjoy it for what it is and not think about too much. John Candy was a saint.
He was. And what was what was his drink order at the end when
Oh,
he's
when he's in the when he's
was
at
it
the
a
club.
frap?
I know there's like order one
Orange
for
whip?
everyone. Yeah, I think it was an orange whip. I think
Orange whip? Orange whip?
orange whip. Yeah, he gets one for everyone or whatever. Yeah.
Well, now you have to rewatch it.
Honestly, I might.
The full cut of it, so you get to see where Elwood steals the contact glue from his job when he goes in to quit.
Yes, and I thought I didn't know that was a thing. I watched it maybe a year ago, and I thought like, is this a new scene? I don't remember this scene, or was I just never paying attention? I didn't know that was like
The
a
whole thing.
thing, the whole thing.
Well, these legs are a lot better to put together than the other ones. Maybe evil is the path of least resistance.
Certainly does seem to be easier.
I mean, yeah, that was just plop plop. That's left and right, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure looks like it.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna still save that head for last. I'm gonna take that all the way to the end.
I feel like the head should go on last. Like that's the piece that brings the soul into it.
The
Because
crowning
otherwise,
piece.
yeah, otherwise you've got this sentient robot who's experiencing a limbless existence, and that doesn't sound like fun.
I don't know. Oh boy. Okay. I think that's his torso is super tight. Okay. Arms. So what Black Series figures are you looking forward to this year?
Oh my god. I don't know how much you follow like leaks and stuff.
I mean, certainly see most of them. You're
Some of
talking
those
about that
leaks.
Sidious and Mace Windu?
Well, they're doing
And then if that doesn't have a Palpatine head, I don't want just Frog Face
Yeah.
We need an actual Palpatine, a Chancellor. We
Yeah.
need,
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah,
and it's
we
swappable.
need
He
an
had both heads in that scene.
it's treason then figure, like hands down. But no,
We're
they're
questioning, it's
doing
treason then?
is treason then? It's treason then? Like what's next then?
Yeah, give us ellipsis, Palpatine. It's
Uh,
treason then?
no, they're doing the Ronin from the
Oh,
Visions
Visions.
show. Yeah.
But in that style, or just made,
It's
because you know
it's
what?
hard to it's hard to say.
I want some stuff in an animated style. Give me the same
Yeah.
scale, but give me Clone Wars animated style on some things. Give us some novelty in this line. Like keep the scale, but we can't have like an anniversary that's just like here's Anakin, but in the Clone Wars animated style. Like I'm shocked that
where
we haven't
where he looks
gotten
like a
that
Thunderbird,
even. What?
where he looks like a
Yeah,
Thunderbird, like from the
yeah.
Thunderbirds cartoon.
Help, help. Let's walk. Pop, 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 pop.
I don't know. I understand why they
I
don't.
like the fun of that. Like this,
I under-
and it's
well, I
iconic.
feel like
If it's not the definitive version, at least have that as like a.
I feel like they're experimenting with that a little bit in the Marvel Legends line. Like they've got the Into the Spider-Verse figures that are sort of
Yes,
animated
which
looking,
is great.
but they're Marvel Legends. Like
Yeah,
so,
no one's
I
gonna
definitely
mistake
think
the animated version of Anakin
yeah,
for the standard.
I definitely think that there's a possibility for that.
I mean, they're very close to having absolute definitive versions of a lot of characters, main characters, to
Yes, I
where you
agree.
would go, hey, the only way you're going to get this back is either a straight up re-release
Yeah.
or start introducing some novelty into it.
Well, and there's a lot going on there. So, we're getting a new Han Solo and Chewbacca in the Black Series.
Which are you more excited for?
I don't know. I don't have faith that they'll do a perfect
Great.
Chewbacca.
Really? I
I
don't
feel
have
like
faith they'll have a great head sculpt for Han.
we'll see. I mean, you're probably right, but
That's my bigger concern.
yeah,
Like I like when you look at what's out there in the community
yeah,
and the skills that are out there, I don't understand how on these iconic things you can't in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attempts at a head sculpt for an actor, one doesn't just nail it and become like your definitive Luke of that
right,
period or your
yeah.
definitive Han of that period because you finally got it right. You nailed it.
Well,
And
so
I
like,
don't
what do
think
you
they
think?
scaled up Leia from TVC because they look like wholly different head sculpts to me. And I prefer the TVC one over, and don't get me wrong, it is much better the new Black Series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think of
I'll
the
pull
new
the
Luke
side
head?
by side in a second. The Luke, I'm curious because that TVC is supposedly shipping soon.
Yeah.
What difference it is? It seems like we've gotten better Mark Hamill's.
We have, for sure.
And really, when the bigger change in Luke is just that hairstyling, why you couldn't have just used one that was closer to it.
Yeah. So he's gonna slap someone. Just
There we go. Say hello to my little gun.
he does. He has a big gun. He's got a little gun.
I mean, I like them. They're what I want as far as fidelity to the
Sure.
appearance. They're what I want in a toy always. Is that does it look like the animation or the character design or the actor? I mean, that was what impressed me with Yolo Park when they first came on the scene, and I saw you all covering them, or Robo complaining about how he couldn't cover them because they hadn't arrived yet.
Right.
Was that they looked great? Was that
And
there
they do.
was?
They do.
If you just want a representation that doesn't transform on your shelf, that you're like, hey, that is Optimus Prime, that is Megatron. Right. To me, they're great for that.
And you know
also,
what? I think I wouldn't care about them transforming for this. Like if you were like, get the toy that transforms or this, I would choose this every time.
Yeah, if you just want shelf presence,
right?
Like now I can pull them out to compare. He's a little dusty. There we go. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pull up my blaster that I got. Did I tell you about this? That I was tired of buying air cans, compressed air cans to dust things, and finally found the best rechargeable duster I have ever. It's on Amazon.
Really?
But it's got 3 speeds. This thing will blow papers away from across the room.
Wow.
That's pretty good. And it's adjustable. It's got 3 speeds. And I think buddy of mine also got one at the same time, and I think he used it for like a half hour straight before needing to recharge it.
Wow, it's pretty good.
So it's got it's magnetic.
Oh, what's it called?
Yeah, I'll send you the link to it.
Yeah, send me an affiliate link.
I will do that. I will earn 17 cents off of it that they will pay out in 3 months. Thank you. In fact, you know what? I'll post it in the down below. Is that what people say?
There you go. Yeah.
Down there, if anyone wants to pick it up. But yes, it's much better than the compressed air cans, just for the amount of dusting that I need to do was better, just ridiculous. And yeah. And it uses less power than, I don't know, someone's dumb AI thing that they decided was funny to do. I'm going to get started on that. Did you ever get batteries for yours?
Yeah. In fact, I've got them right here.
Send me the link to whatever is the right one.
Sure, I will. Yeah, because the head and the arm cannon use different batteries.
There's something about the metal that's in use on this that also... I just wish the Optimus didn't have that weird thumb issue, because his gun just will not stay in that hand.
It is a good Optimus.
I mean, for me, and I have that original Masterpiece and that other one, this... I think it'll look great. I really want to see the Bumblebee.
Yeah,
beside him, because it looks like they're really paying attention to the scaling.
That is what I care about. Because I was lightly into the Transformers Red line, and then when they announced their Bumblebee, it killed it for me, because he's like the same size as everyone, and I don't want a Bumblebee that's the same size as Optimus Prime, because he's not.
Yeah, he's a little mini pal.
He's a little guy.
Well, Short King, I think, is the...
That's what they say now.
Right. Yeah. That's not what you said as a kid on the program. I don't want that.
I want that Short King.
I don't want a Transformer that is basically just you do one thing and it transforms from robot form into his vehicle form. What were the worst ones? What were those flipper ones that would do like it would basically just
Oh, the
unfold
jump
into robot form?
starters.
Yes,
The jump starters.
those were so
I
disappointing.
had them. No, they. I mean, it's always about, for the era, for the time, they were fun. Looking back at it now, they're dumb. But I had a lot of fun with them as a kid.
The transformations on the McDonald's Happy Meal toys were more involved than
No,
the
it's
jump
true.
starters.
But I mean, they were a gimmick because they transformed. The gimmick was they transform themselves. You roll them back, they go for a little bit,
Yeah,
they flip over onto their feet, and they're transformed. And that's
ready
just
for
kind of
action,
fun. Yeah, ready for action.
ready to fight. Yeah,
I preferred the McDonald's ones that were turning like dinosaurs.
there we go. There's the Mike Kaess pose.
There you go. They're a loving couple.
Hold on, he's gonna. Can he make the turn to?
Oh, it's so close. There you go.
There we go. That's like that is a patented.
There you go.
So did they perfect those for Beast Wars? Is he talking about the jump flip?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you have
They've had a
many
couple
Beast Wars?
things
Is
like
that a
that.
line you got into?
I was not collecting Transformers when Beast Wars was a thing. In fact, I didn't even watch Beast Wars until way later. I was at the age where it wasn't cool. Like cartoons weren't cool, toys weren't cool.
Sorry, I'm setting up the evolution of a relationship.
Yeah. They look like proud parents looking at their kids
Hail as
fighting.
old as time. Yeah, I guess you know what's going into the light box later.
Can't wait to see it.
Uh, yeah, I'm happy with these. I mean, I kind of still want that Starscream, but I'm happy that these are a thing and that they sent them. And the movie was good, so it's at least I came
The
into it like,
movie was
the movie
good.
was enjoyable, so I have an appreciation for it.
I am disappointed that we probably won't get a sequel.
Well, that's so many things today.
It's true.
Don't like stories that leave it open ended to continue, folks.
Well, I mean, at the very least, it's. I mean, would I like to? Could they go more? Yes, but it is a complete story as it is.
Yeah. Now we'll never know what Megatron did with Dark Plagueis.
True. That's true, actually.
So many stories not going anywhere. Do you think we'll get more Skeleton Crew figures after? I mean, we're going to get SM33.
We're definitely getting SM33. I mean, what I wouldn't mind getting some of
Vane
the
would be
pirates.
nice. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, I
we
mean,
got to get Pirate Urkel. Jaleel
we
White needs.
need
We need
we need a Jalil White figure, like
only
100%,
because I know
1000%.
Luke
Yeah.
is primed and ready to do that captain's chair for him to sit on for his scene at the end of "Where are you going? Come back to you." No, wait, what? So we need more dioramas out of it. And what was the Alia Schwalkat, the owl character?
Yeah, we need we need the Pocket figure for sure. Pocket was the bounty hunter with the girl that voiced Merida.
You mean from Train Spotting?
Yeah,
To complete
from
our Star
Trainspotting.
Wars, our Train Spotting and Star Wars collection.
Yeah, you got Ewan McGregor,
Yeah,
Pocket. Yeah.
I think they've nearly all been in Star Wars, haven't they?
Who else is
All the
there?
main cast. There's something out there that we've gotten the other two, even if they were in voice
Let's see.
roles.
I don't think Robert Carlyle's been in it.
Not even as a voice role in any of the animation.
I don't know. Let's find. The only thing I'm even sure he's been in is the Once Upon a Time show because that was the
Oh,
first thing.
and what's her name is Babu Frick. Also,
Oh, that's true. She is
yeah,
Babu Frick. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. See, so we're getting there. We're getting our train spotting in Star Wars.
We're slowly filling out Train Spotting. Yes.
It's the only thing worth pursuing in all of this. I don't think we're going to get any of the adults, any of the parents.
No, I don't. And you know what? I don't really want them. Like if they make them, I'll buy them because that's my thing.
But Fern's mother can hang out with your Mon Mothma figure at a dinner
True, she
party.
can,
She'll fit right in on
and
that. So your Coruscant shelf.
can hang out with I mean, I wouldn't mind Neil's whole family. I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind Neil's whole family. Neil's dad looks awesome. He's like this big, like strong elephant dude.
Yeah, we're also getting Game of Thrones in Star Wars.
That's true. I mean,
Welcome,
obviously
welcome to the Hound.
they're gonna have to do a new Balin figure to go with whatever he looks like.
Hasbro's sculpt was soft enough that I think they'll probably just stick with the one they have.
You just squint.
You want to bet? I don't think we're going to get a new sculpt out of it.
We'll see.
Have we had that happen before? I mean, we never really had a recasting like that for a role in the same time period.
I mean, other than the Han Solo we got from the Solo movie.
But that was because it was a different actor for a different age of the character.
Right. Not just
but we haven't had a straight up, this is a second season, but he looks... Yeah, I don't know if they'll do it. I just wish they would have, done the same sort of wash they did on Dedramiro's hair to Shin's. Which shows they can do the root thing on it.
Yep.
But I think it's going to be a big year for seeing exactly what they're doing with paint ops on these figures.
Well, I mean, what they've shown off looks good. I mean, Sebulba looks good.
I was surprised by how much we got on the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Kids. Like Fern's jacket.
Right. We need the Jod with the lightsaber, but I would prefer the Captain Silvo Jod.
Oh yeah, we'll get that as soon as we get the map in Ahsoka and the Dial of Destiny in the Indiana Jones line. Yeah, I don't think we're getting accessories. How similar is his lightsaber to any of the High Republic ones we've gotten for like Acolyte, or it doesn't look like what's his name from Jedi Survivor, right? Isn't his a lot larger?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not that. I don't know how similar it looks to him. I can't.
Renestra's maybe that looks. I'd have those gold accents and on the smaller side, and it isn't a whip.
Just because hers is plain.
Yeah, we'll get that at the same time we get the Stranger,
who is probably coming.
Is that one of the? Has that been leaked yet?
We haven't. I don't think we've seen anything leaked. But Yak Face has basically said that he is coming.
I mean, that's pretty much all they would need to finish out the Acolyte and Black series.
I agree. I mean, there's other characters they could do, but I
mean, if you want to assemble the original team, but I don't know if we're getting common.
Right. Another Game of Thrones actor.
Although I would love to swap ahead with his weird fake beard and receding hairline.
And like weird scar.
That looked like kid as old man in school play.
Yeah.
But that's the only one that isn't from that advanced, that we haven't got from that flashback team, right? Of the ones that were murdered.
Right.
Because we're getting Kelnaka.
Yep.
So it's just it's also weird to have a gaping hole of, you got all of them but that.
And they have no one to fight. They've got nobody to fight.
Now, since technically he exists in Legends, and there is a design. We could get a Plagueis in Black Series. We got a
Sure.
Plagueis in TVC
Yep.
or
They
the
could
Black
easily do a
Series
Darth.
of.
Yeah, they could easily do a Darth Plagueis from a Legends design or something like that.
Yeah, he totally is. I'm a wizard. You shall not pass.
Good read there, kid.
Thank you. I'm going to acting school for acting. My mom made my robes. My dad made my staff. It was a mop.
Yeah, I really can't think of anyone else that we'd really need to get, want to get.
We got Yoda. We got that sort
Yeah,
of ish era of Yoda. We got
yeah.
we got enough to do a behind the head shot of him
Behind the
sitting in his
headshot.
chair
Such a weird thing to
and
add
the
in
Vernestra
there.
road to go with it, so we can
We,
recreate that scene. I haven't
I
picked up
just
Vernestra yet.
she's
In my,
she's fine. She's
I mean, she looked like a solid representation. When I was trying to really pick and choose, when I was
yeah,
cutting back for a little bit, that was one of the ones that was like, I think I can wait
yeah.
on that. Also, the price drops I'm seeing on so many other things right now are kind of annoying
It's
in that
very
way that
annoying.
you're like, if I just waited for the $7 Cassian Andor
Yep,
figure,
yep. Or the $9 IG-12.
the Andor one is weird since that's a season two Andor and it hasn't premiered yet. It seems
Yeah,
weird to clear your stock now on that.
yeah. I don't know what they're thinking with all this stuff. Honestly,
But now you're gonna be living near an Ollie's, so
it's true.
you're gonna get swept up into that. Although I think I'm sensing that the Ollie's days are over because
I
the
what?
production runs are not what they were to feed Ollie's the way that
Yeah,
that year and a half period fed. I'm just saying from the stuff that's not
I
coming
agree.
in
Yeah,
that everyone's jokes about it's making its
yeah,
way to Ollie's, so I don't have to pick it up.
yeah,
I think people are going to learn the hard way that they're going to have to start picking up, or they should have picked up at the time.
yeah. I agree. I think that that's definitely gonna start happening as production runs get smaller and smaller, and I think that it's gonna be a learning curve for some people. And if a lot of people only collect them just because they're cheap. Like they don't really care about the line one way or the other. They're just doing it because
I mean, sure,
it's
there's a
not
lot
it's
of
not expensive.
customs or things that I picked up just because. I mean, they
Right.
had a post holiday sale
Yeah.
that was 50% off, so it was $5 a figure.
Right.
So in that calculus, you go, oh yeah, maybe I'll buy that extra Omega
Right.
because I'll have it to make a Boba Fett one day or whatever. Or I mean, they had modal nodes in there,
Yep.
which I wish now I had picked up the other two that I need for that full set. Yeah, I mean that
Yeah, it's true.
calculus is. I think we're just running into that. It's so much more uncertainty now if it ever makes it to a sale on some of these things.
Yep.
Um,
I don't think Vernestra you'll have a problem finding one. But that being said, I was just yesterday I noticed that I couldn't find the lightsabers for my Ahsoka Sabine and Ezra, and I looked them up on Amazon, and Sabine is going for like $50.
so she just sold through and probably never got a rerun.
Something like that, yeah. So like sometimes the prices just spike. Like I remember back in the day, you know, they couldn't give away the Jabba Jabba's prisoner Leia, whatever Huttslayer Leia, whatever you want to call her. Like she was in bins, $5, like super cheap because no one wanted her because she didn't look very good. And now, you buy her for $50 on
Well, I
eBay
mean,
or
once
whatever.
I think she became custom fodder of people who had the ability to make it better than to not have that available. I mean, look at the
Yeah.
Afra thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on the verge of picking up at my comic shop the other day. Someone had traded in, but it was still marked expensive because they're marked up anyway. Kit Fisto, which I guess we're getting a re-release on that through what is it? Where they were talking about? Is that going to be another clones of the line 2-pack?
I think so. I think it's going to be a Clones of the Republic release.
So, so all those things are. I think the aliens one that are not hampered by horrible head sculpts. Although, wouldn't it be great if they had a new Jedi body before they kept doing all these re-releases, just like
So he's
slightly updated?
well, if he's Clones of the Republic, he really should be shirtless first of all.
I mean, do I need to pull that Orion Pax badge back out? Do you want to see those
No, no,
smoky
I'll
eyes?
behave. I'll behave.
No,
I'll
no, no, no.
behave.
You said it. I'll pull. Hold on. It's coming back out.
I don't like this. I don't really like this. Why? Why do you gotta pull that out? Why? That's just not nice.
Now imagine him next to Kid Fisto
I don't want to. With that
and a
weird
stranger
smile.
and a
Wait,
stranger for
are
you.
are we talking episode 2 Kit Fisto, episode 3 Kit Fisto?
Oh no,
Because they look different.
He's got to give that smile to you.
There's not even a smile on his face.
There's a smile in his heart for you.
The smile is in his eyes.
Listen, he'd seen a lot of stuff in the Clone Wars by the time we got to episode 3. Kid Fisto was not in a good place. And who knows? Maybe he gets dehydrated, and that's how it shows.
Could be.
Are you picking up? You don't get Mafex at all, right?
No, I don't really do much imports like SH Figure Arts or Mafex. I don't have anything against them. I do like to tease my friends that are all about them. Like, oh, this is so much better than. I'm like, well, yeah, for the cost, it should be. Like, it should be. It'd be weird if it weren't. But it's just, I like my line to be pure.
You don't want that taken out of context. You want to revise that line a little bit?
I realize what that sounds like.
Oh, Mike.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna let it ride. If anyone wants to clip it, take it out of context.
Let me see if we can. So there's the head sculpt on the TVC.
Yeah.
It seems like it's stretched. It's thinner
A
on,
little bit.
whereas that looks more accurate to A New Hope Carrie Fisher to me than
Yeah, it looks like
that.
they got a little bit more, maybe like Return of the Jedi Carrie Fisher after she's been on cocaine for a little while,
Yeah.
where her features are a little bit thinner.
Or just she's older. I mean, the fact that, your face just
She's got a
don't
coke
mind.
nail in the movie.
It wasn't a cocaine. No, it was an affectation.
There's only one reason people grow out their pinky nail specifically.
Because they're part of the Pinky Club.
Oh, okay. Is that
Yeah.
it?
Listen, I'm a little older than you. I know all about. There
Okay.
was yeah. It was all in homage to Pinky Tuscadero.
Oh, okay. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, you had to be there. But yeah, that's why I think the TVC one is just slightly better, and I don't think the Black Series is awful.
No, it's not. The Black series is good, but I agree that I think the
Yeah, it just
the
looks
vintage collection is just a hair more accurate.
more accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I guess it goes back again to that question of why. Why is there a difference when it's now digital sculpting and assets?
Yeah.
Why?
And you can just resize it. Yeah.
Why all these things?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of it. They don't tell me
I mean,
anything.
I thought you were. You're getting all these leaks. You got this whole
I
show
get the
you got.
same links everyone else does. I just I go on the internet. I just type
You
in.
got a partner in crime who's throwing up shorts every day,
That's I
pressing
don't get any.
buttons
I
on
don't get anything from
toys
that.
so they talk. All
Yeah,
I'm saying is, I don't know. I don't know. What was I saying?
yeah. Ask me which legs. She doesn't have anyone's legs that I can tell, but they're old legs. I don't know whose legs she has.
Are they from a Marvel? Has there ever been
That's the
assets used
only.
from?
Yes, there has. Specifically, the stand for the speeder bike was used for the Hawkeye vehicle thing.
But that's not. But that could be considered like that's a Hasbro's display
No,
stand.
that was specifically a Black Series design.
But
I
it's
mean, they
not a figural
sure. Well, I'm
piece.
just saying that's something that crossed lines. Indiana Jones had a couple, but they were the same team.
I mean,
But
obviously the
yeah,
scale isn't right for anything in classified.
right.
I mean, I would think it's probably like a Marvel movie, like an MCU figure, since those are scaled closer to
It's
Black
gotta be well.
Series.
It's also gotta be old enough to where because it still has pins in the knees.
You should throw it open, that question, and tag in some of the Marvel, like MCU collector
Yeah,
or Veebs. He has a good sized Marvel collection, and eye for that.
they're just the thighs. They're just too thin. They're too straight. And so it either had to be tights or flesh. Like there's nothing sculpted on them.
It's just the boots are weird. The boots are
The well,
so
so
unique. You
the
think those
boots.
are new, and it's just the upper legs?
No. The knee and below are the same as the other Leia.
Okay, so
They're
it's
just
just
dressed
the
in white.
legs.
It's just the thighs.
What makes you think they're tights?
I don't know anyone that has legs that white.
Well, I mean, they're not. It's just cast in that. They could have been just. They could
Well,
have been
it's just
cast in any color,
there's no sculpting, so it had to. That's what I'm
right?
saying. Is
But so it's they're wearing a sheer costume if they're wearing
yes,
something.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
saying. Is it's something that's skin tight
Or nude, or
or nude.
it's bare.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, you could just ask the team.
All right.
Ask Steve. Tag Steve in.
I'll tag
That's
Steve.
what.
Steve.
That's what.
Hey,
All right, Mr.
Steve.
Stevie's there. Hey, listen.
Hey,
This is.
Steve.
I can't move on with my life until this is resolved.
I need you to
Could you
find this for me.
please? Could you please just this? This is my one wish. I'm
Did
moving
you
soon.
sculpt new upper thighs for this Leia without just giving her new legs? Because
Yeah.
that seems to be what they did.
Better phrasing than goes, Steve, I have a question about Leia's thighs.
Let's talk about Leia's thighs real quick. Totally normal conversation on the internet.
What do you think about this?
I mean, it was rumored we were going to be. I agree. It's one of the best looks that Luke has ever had.
I would love if we got a re-release of the Last Jedi Luke, or whatever that. What is it technically? The end of Force Awakens Luke.
Well,
with
this
with
this
just
year,
with face printing. Just give me face printing on that, because the sculpt I think is fine enough, but that paint job on those all looked horrible.
yeah, there was a version. There was a Target exclusive version that came with a little base, and he had like a metal hand, and that one had better face paint. It wasn't face printing, but it was like the paint on the figure was better.
I mean, it couldn't be worse
No.
without it being a Poe Dameron figure.
God.
Again,
Terrible.
why can't we get an archive release of a face printed Poe Dameron? Other than, well, you know what? This year is the 10th anniversary.
That's what I'm saying.
So this
I'm
should be the year for
sure we'll
archive
get
releases.
something. I don't want archive releases anymore.
Why?
I think the archive has done more harm than good in the line.
You think it's stifling
Well,
innovation
I think
and
specifically,
upgrades?
I think it is, and it's also causing too many re-releases. So if you look back in like 2022, 2023, we had the Archive Lando, Archive Emperor, and then less than a year later, they were both in the 40th anniversary. If they had just been in the 40th anniversary, we would have less
But I can go to Ollie's
figures
right now and
rotting.
pick up 3 dozen of those emperors if
That's
you'd
what I'm
like. Would
saying.
you want?
That's what I'm saying. It's that archive. No one bought that Archive Emperor because
But that
he
archive
got
emperor did
re-released.
have better painting
Not than
than
the 40th anniversary one.
no the
It was the
fourth well,
same
I mean, the
figure.
right, but I mean than the previous emperor release.
Did it? Because the previous Emperor release is the one with the chair.
I mean, I'm asking
And
you,
that,
did it? I don't
I
have the
don't think
chair
so.
one.
I don't think so. I think it's the
But it looks
same.
like the one that we're about to get with the re-release of the chair
Yeah.
has better printing than the archive or the 40th.
We'll see. We'll see with in hand photos. But like another example is the Leia as Bouche, whatever, however you want to say that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Yavin, Leah Organa, Yavin.
Lee
But
Organs.
yeah, but people would care more about the 2-pack they're releasing with the Shadows of the Empire Luke and that Leia if we hadn't just gotten her in the archive.
But you say just.
It was like 2 years ago.
It was longer than 2 years ago. We're in
It was 3 years ago.
2025.
It was 2022.
But
So
that is
it was like 3 years
that
ago.
also is an age in collecting ages. That's enough for enough of an influx of people to come in to be new to not have access to that original release that all of us who have been for that's like me coming and going,
But
hey,
that one hit
I
Ollie's as
really wish they
well.
do an Afra, and everyone going, we all got Afra. They all showed up at Ollie's. They clearanced them out. We all got our Afras. But it's like, I wasn't here at that time.
Well, they can only do so much. But I think because they went from 2014 when that figure first came out to 2022, so it's 8 years in between there, and then 3 years later we're getting it again, and I think it'd be a lot more impactful if this were just the first time we were getting her after 2014.
But how else are they going to get the most profit squeezed out of inbox collectors unless they do easy repackaging of existing molds
I mean,
frequently?
I guess if you want to look at it from an evil corporate person,
I don't
sure.
think those I don't I think it's redundant to say evil corporate. I
True.
think you just go corporate.
Corporate or evil.
Yeah. I I I would love to know what the internal strategy is.
Yeah,
This does feel like a bit of a breather moment with
I
Disney
agree.
clearly slowing down on streaming
I
shows
agree. Yeah.
and the stuff moving to theatrical.
Yep.
So this is when they could play catch up. So
Yep. And that's what I'm hoping they do. Yeah.
here's my question for you then. And
Mhm.
you can take this, in fact, I take it to Zach in your next Cantina recording
Okay.
because I'm curious to hear his answers. If this is a pause period of a go
Yep.
back and hey, let's go fill some holes, I would like you to pick from the existing properties one character from each of those that needs a release now. So you can go Phantom Menace, you can go
Tell you
Attack of the
what.
Clones.
Tell you what. Pin that. We'll have you on.
I'm listening.
I'm trying to decide. Let's have you on like in February.
I'll make
and
it work.
we'll talk about
But
that.
I think that is if it's going to be a breather period.
Yeah, I agree.
But that also, start. I guess everyone start making their lists and see people do
Yep.
like when I'm on the show.
They know people love it when you're on the show. I never
They
said they
just tend to
didn't.
be on the longer side. I'm still not the longest though. You've had guests on longer than
I think Jake from Forlom to Zuckus is our longest episode.
yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Well, goals.
Yeah.
Uh so yeah,
Speaking of which,
I think we can do that. Let's do
yeah,
that.
let's do that. I
Uh
need to go eat dinner.
you do. This has
My
been
wife
thank you for
just came
coming
home.
and doing
Yeah.
this.
Thank you for having me.
Uh I definitely need support when I put these when Starscream comes, know that I'm going to be reaching out
I will
wherever
be there
you
for
may
you.
be.
I will be there for you.
We need to get you on YOLO Park's
Yep.
contact list, if only for I guess a birthday card.
You know what? I'm okay without it, to be honest with you. I'm okay just
You're
buying the
getting
ones
that
I want.
Orion Pax.
I don't want it.
You no, I'm gonna maybe I can get him to send you a whole box of just the Orion Pax. It'll be your
I don't
thing to
even
give
know.
out at
I don't even know
conventions.
what I'm gonna do with it. It's gonna be like the first
I need to
episode of The Good
know.
Place when what's her face gets when Eleanor gets the house full of clowns.
I mean, this is going to be like the entire fountain of clam soup, clam chowder. This is going to be for you as a fountain of those Orion Pax badges flowing in your giant Orion Pax
I don't like it.
postered and
I don't like it.
painting apartment.
I don't like this.
It's fine. You know what? I'll send you a picture and you can see if your wife agrees that he looks awful.
Okay.
What if she goes, "This is great. You need to get this." Is he sending
No,
this?
no, she's not. She's not gonna. I get 100%. That's not gonna be anything that she would say.
Uh, what do you have besides the podcast, which everyone should check out? Go ahead and plug all the
Yeah.
things.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got my YouTube channel, Mike Kaess. I think my next video is gonna be on Street Fighter figures because I just got
What?
3 more of those,
Just because
and
you're
I
all
really
finally caught up on all of your Black Series opening?
kinda yeah. And I don't have anything new to talk about yet. I did my top 10 of the year. If you haven't watched that, if you're listening to this and you want to go, if you want to see a recap of the year and then my top 10 of the year,
They should head over right after
it's
we
there.
end this and go ahead and pick up from there and go watch it.
I think
That's
it's a
my
pretty good
recommendation.
video.
Yeah, there was a few that weren't on there that I was shocked that weren't on there, but
Like what? Name one.
Mundi,
He's on there.
he wasn't on your best. He's
Yes,
not
he
in your top
was.
10. I thought
He
he was
was in
not in
my.
your
He
top
was
10.
no.
I
He
thought he
was
was
like
one
number
of your
9.
honorable mentions.
No. He was number 9.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Maybe it's because I watched it at 5 times speed.
That's probably why. No,
I needed to
Kiadi
keep it
Mundi.
under an hour.
Kiadi. I did keep it under an hour. It was 24 minutes or 22 minutes. It's one of my shortest videos.
I kept it well under an hour.
Thought you liked long form content.
I do. Making it, watching it, that's a whole other story. And then Black Series Cantina.
Yes, also that.
You're up to episode what now?
I think 86, 87 will be our next one.
Oh, you got your 100th episode spectacular planned?
Nope.
That's going to be
Maybe
before the end of the year.
It probably will be.
The world may need some ray of sunshine by then.
Or we might all be dead. Who knows?
Okay, well.
Either way, sounds like a good time.
No, like fair points all around.
Yeah.
And people should follow you. You're active on Blue Sky.
Yes, Mike Kaess on Blue Sky. I would say that's probably where I'm most active. I'm active on Instagram and stuff, but I make more just kind of normal regular posts on Blue Sky, not just toy posts. That's it.
Well,
I'm on TikTok, but that's going away. So
we don't know. I think we're only gonna know when we wake up one day.
When we wake up on Sunday.
Yeah. Until then, it's in this weird sort of Schrodinger's social site.
It both is and isn't.
Well, I hope that everyone checks out. I mean, they can find all the links to everything. Patreon,
Yeah.
if they want. There's Amazon wish list. There's a tip thing down there. If people have not checked out the last Force 5 that I did with Emily Cantaloupe from the
It was
Hasbro
great.
team,
Emily is probably my favorite person from the Hasbro team. She is so good.
that was a joy of a
Yeah.
conversation to have, and I'm glad that that spotlight on her and her work, in
Yeah.
which we deftly danced around getting in trouble
Yeah.
with with potentially putting her on the spot with anything that she could not discuss. But yeah, that's fun. There'll be more Force Fives, just a few things, some archive interviews showing up on Patreon of stuff that I've done. That's coming up, and maybe more live stuff if that Starscream shows up or any other things I have to assemble. I got a flat pack of a cabinet if you want to help with that.
Sure. I'm
Done
in.
and okay.
Yeah.
When we can, and we need to finally get that Dan
Oh,
three
yes.
way
Also
together.
that. Yep.
Maybe when we auction off your GI Joe classified before you move. Well, thanks
I
everybody.
gotta pare him down. The less I
Uh,
move, the better.
he needs army builders. You know he's got a whole war scene. I'm gonna wave goodbye to everybody. Bye.
Bye.
And then I hit that end stream, right? Is that how I
Yep.
do it? It's been a long
That's how you
time.
do
I
it.
think
I believe in you.
it's the red button, right? Okay. Oh, there's a second
I'm
red button.
colorblind.
Oh no, well, it's never gonna end. Oh, until it does.
There we go.